Hey y'all, I am working on a very large canvas. I'm trying to kind of show you the whole thing. And I just wanted to show you my process of collaging all of these squares down. So what I've got it all planned out. What I have here is, this is a canvas. I'm trying to keep my papers in order. This is a canvas that I was making a painting on. And I wasn't happy with the direction that the painting was going. And the painting has literally sat in my studio for a couple of years. And I just will dabble on it from time to time, and then I just chuck it aside. So I decided I wanted to use the canvas and go ahead and paper collage on top of it. So what I have here and what I am working with is, this is Deli paper that I have monoprinted on. So this is Deli paper, the sandwich paper that I have painted acrylic paint on by way of a jelly plate monoprint process. And the reason I love to glue and collage these down is they're super thin, so they go down really, really smooth. And where the paint is transparent, like in this area here and this area, the paper, you know, like the paper was showing kind of like in this piece right here. There's not a lot of paint on this. So when this piece gets glued down, it is going to show some of the paint, whatever was underneath is going to shine through. And I love that. And I love how, you know, each piece of paper is a statement piece in and of itself, you know? So let me just show you how I go about doing this. Obviously, I've got all my squares are laid out, and I do keep kind of having to shove them aside as I'm working, and you will see that. But, and I'm trying to keep them in order because I had them planned out like so perfectly. This is matte medium. And this is actually a Tim Holtz brand distress brush. And I have to tell you, I got these probably about 9 months ago, and I absolutely love these brushes for gesso, for this process of putting down matte medium. Like, I love the chunkiness of it. I love the size of the handle. You can it just fits in your hand perfectly. So this is the brush, my go-to brush. So I am just putting matte medium, and I like matte medium because I like a matte finish, and I like the texture of the matte medium. It's very thin, so it moves around real well. And I am just lining up. I know a lot of people wear gloves. I can't work in gloves because I've got to feel the paper, and I want to squeegee out all of the air bubbles, because you do get air bubbles. I mean, air bubbles are inevitable, and you've got to squeegee those out. So here I am squeegeeing them out. It is a messy process, but it's so rewarding. And when when I see that I've got a space that is kind of transparent, I will put extra, just kind of work that area a little more. And what I'm doing is I'm just kind of saturating the paper so that it turns even more transparent, so that the underneath can shine through. So the canvas here I've got some clumpy paint on the canvas, which means this piece of paper is obviously not going to go down super smooth. I do try to line up and get it as precise as I possibly can. If I see that like it's not, maybe I didn't cut it perfectly straight, I will try a different direction and see if that works better, see if I can line it up. And that did work better. So I just had, you know, sometimes you just have to move things around, finagle stuff until you think until it works for you. So I don't know if you can see these bumps, but what I do is I just rub the paper to get the paper to just kind of mold around the clumpy paint. And I mean, this will have, when you're working on when you're collaging on top of a painted canvas, you will run into this issue, and it's no big deal. You just get that paper down real good. And I'm checking this piece again. Sometimes I will add just to get so that I can rub it again without tearing. If you rub down the paper when it's feels like it's just tacky, what can happen is you could pull and tear because you don't have the slickness of the matte medium to help you, you know, glide along. I see I've got quite a few little bubbles here, so I'm just getting those bubbles out. And this is it, y'all. This is pretty simple. It's fairly fast. I will not bore you with this whole thing. I just wanted to pop on and just share with you how I go about doing this. So I hope this, you know, inspires you and helps you with your collage process. Happy creating, y'all.